So Iceland's had a female president. Let's go into it. Africa itself, as Trump would call it, the shithole. It's the shithole countries. We have had a few female presidents who have been able to run the show of presidency, should I say. Currently there's actually one I was questioning, which is Tanzania, but yeah, it will be interesting to know and see how, if Kamala Harris becomes president, because I know a lot of women want to see that, because America says they're the free world and the free state. So interesting enough is there's no woman who's a president, but I don't know it. But it's quite interesting watching these two argue and fight with each other, and some of the things they come up with, because each one of them ain't a saint, to be honest with you. Each one of them ain't a saint. But then again, who's a saint in this world? Everybody has their errors. However, I ain't forgiving Trump for saying the cat and dog thing. However, I do also know he has a core fan base who would like to hear these kind of things coming from him, and he's gonna get away with it. But if Kamala did try it, nah, she ain't getting away with it, you know what I mean? But yes, people, let's see how this American election is going, because it's always entertaining when the Americans are always going to vote, because you always hear some weird stuff or you see something weird. And every one of the presidents that I've always had has always been interestingly weird as well. Because if you even go down to Bill Clinton, when Bill Clinton was busy, he was messing with what's that lady's name? Oh man, I can't remember her name. But when he said, I did not have any relations with this woman, can't remember her name, but there was him, there's Trump. He has a whole ton of cases. Obama didn't have any cases. But can you imagine if Barack Obama was president and saying half of what Donald Trump is saying? America will be going crazy, to be honest. Let's not get that twisted. But I think he was an okay guy. But anyway, let's go on to it. It's Kamala Harris now, who's a woman, and Donald Trump, who's a gentleman, and the two of them are going for it because they both want the presidency of the country. Yo, people, I had to put this up. Lady's called Sulu Samia Hassan. If I've got it wrong, sorry, but I think that's it, Sulu Samia Hassan. But she's the president of Tanzania, and to be honest with you, she took over a fellow called John Magufuli. John Magufuli passed away the COVID period, and John Magufuli was not buying into the should I call it the Western world of certain controls, and he was out to say Africa needs to be worried about Africa, and Africans need to be worried about Africans. I don't think he even took a plane flight out of the country while he was leader of the country. Anyway, I say this to say, because I watched a recent clip, and she has a good, well over 50 to 60 cars that was patrolling with her. And I'm trying to think, how do you make sense out of that expenditure? Like, yes, you're the president of a country, but are you not letting your people down by having such a motorcade? Because what do you need a motorcade like that big for? Number one, was it, even if it was business, what do you need over 60 cars for? Do you see what I'm saying? People, African leaders need to start learning that, listen, we're going to be holding you accountable for certain things you do. Sulu Samia Hassan is one of them. Because I don't understand how you took over. You were vice president. You took over the president because he passed away. So clearly you have to take over as a vice president. But you were failing. And another thing is, because she's a woman, she's a president, all farewell, that's all good. I'm in support of that. But the thing is, I think she's the second wife of her husband. I find that interesting, because I'm pretty sure somebody out there is looking at it thinking, what? But yeah, she's the second wife of her husband. And to be honest with you, I just don't understand the motorcade that was traveling with her. Like, what is the reason for that in itself? Because there's people who are going through poverty and you're not doing anything for them. Come on. I mean, you've got the most powerful seat in Tanzania. What are you doing for the people, man? Not a damn thing if you're having such a motorcade of cars, man. Even if they're followers or whatever the case, man, you can't be having that. Because the rest of the world is looking and laughing at us, man. And that's Africa, man. All the leaders are like that. We'll get into other countries as well and see their motorcade. The president of Burkina Faso, man, so far I think he's the one who's been very realistic with what he's done, and he's protected himself. He's got his gun by his side just any given time, because France will be trying to kill him. France will be trying to kill him because France has been controlling that part of the world for a very long time. I still don't understand how France stopped using the francs, and all these francophone countries still have a franc in the system. And the fact is, most of their banking is all in France too. Like, come on guys, we are in the 21st century. We need to start applying ourselves to love each other and start controlling our environment. You know what I mean? Anyway, that was a couple of minutes of probably 2-3 minutes of a rant. But yeah, Sulu Samia Hassan. What the hell is that car about? Anyway, it was a big motorcade, but yeah.